Malami rearrested after Kuje prison exit. Fresh questions trail former AGF's legal battles. Fresh controversy has erupted around former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, following reports of his rearrest shortly after exiting Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja, in what security sources disclose as a dramatic twist in an already complex legal saga. The rearrest, which reportedly occurred barely hours after Malami was released from custody at the Kuje facility, has reignited public debate about accountability, selective justice, and the long-running corruption cases involving high-profile figures from the immediate past administration. Welcome to Light Up Media News. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more breaking news. According to multiple sources familiar with the development, Malami had been granted temporary release from Kuje prison on administrative and legal grounds related to an ongoing investigation. However, shortly after leaving the correctional facility, operatives of another security agency moved in and rearrested him, citing new evidence and fresh allegations linked to financial misconduct and abuse of office. Eyewitnesses say the former minister was intercepted in a low-key operation that avoided public drama, but the symbolism was unmistakable. Malami never truly regained his freedom. While official statements remain limited, insiders claim that the arrest was coordinated to prevent jurisdictional conflicts between agencies already probing different aspects of Malami's tenure as Nigeria Chief Law Officer. Abubakar Malami served as Attorney General of the Federation from 2015 to 2023, making him one of the longest-serving AGFs in Nigeria's democratic history. As the government's top legal officer, he wielded enormous influence over prosecution of corruption cases, asset recovery processes, legal advice to the presidency, oversight of key agencies such as EFCC and ICPC. Supporters often credit him with leading Nigeria's asset recovery drive, including the repatriation of looted funds from foreign jurisdictions. Critics, however, accuse him of selective prosecution, political interference, and questionable legal decisions that allegedly benefited allies while shielding others. Though investigators have been tight-lipped, sources indicate that Malami's legal troubles stem from multiple overlapping investigations, including alleged diversion of recovered assets, abuse of office and conflict of interest, questionable legal settlements involving oil revenues, suspicious payments linked to arbitration awards. One of the most controversial issues repeatedly linked to Malami is the handling of large international arbitration settlements, where Nigeria reportedly lost billions of dollars due to legal and procedural lapses. Anti-corruption groups have long argued that decisions taken by the Ministry of Justice during Malami's tenure exposed Nigeria to avoidable financial liabilities. Legal analysts say the rearrest is significant for several reasons. It suggests that investigators are not relying on a single case, but are instead building multiple prosecutable files that could be activated at different stages. Second, the move sends a message that temporary release do not equal exoneration, especially in cases involving public interest and alleged grand corruption. Third, the optics are powerful. A former Attorney General, once the face of government's anti-corruption rhetoric, now finding himself repeatedly at the center of criminal investigations. This is unprecedented in some ways, said a senior Abuja-based lawyer. When the former chief law officer is being rearrested, it forces the system to confront its own contradictions. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Observers also point to the changing political climate in Abuja as a major factor in the unfolding drama. Malami was widely seen as a powerful figure within the previous administration, often described as untouchable. With a new political order asserting itself, analysts believe old alliances are weakening and protective political cover may have evaporated. There is a recalibration going on, said a political analyst. What we are seeing is not just a legal process, but a reflection of shifting power dynamics. However, others caution against reading too much politics into the matter, insisting that law enforcement agencies must be allowed to do their job without interference. Public reaction to the rearrest have been swift and sharply divided. On social media, many Nigerians welcomed the development, describing it as long overdue and calling for a thorough investigation into all allegations against the former minister. Let him face the law like everyone else, one user wrote. No one should be above accountability. Others, however, have expressed concern about due process, warning that repeated arrests without clear charges could undermine confidence in the justice system. Human rights advocates have also urged authorities to ensure that Malami's rights are respected, even as investigations continue. Justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done, a rights group said in a statement. As of the time of filing this report, Malami's legal team has not issued an official statement on the rearrest. However, sources close to the former minister insist he's innocent of all allegations and accuse his detractors of orchestrating a campaign to tarnish his legacy. One associate described the development as harassment, claiming that Malami has always made himself available to investigators and has nothing to hide. Legal experts say the next few days will be critical. Investigators are expected to either file fresh charges in court, consolidate existing cases, or seek extended detention orders pending further inquiry. Failure to act decisively, analysts warn, could weaken the credibility of the entire process. For now, Malami remains in custody and the nation watches closely. Beyond the individual involved, the Malami rearrest has become a litmus test for Nigeria's justice and anti-corruption architecture. Can the system hold its most powerful former official accountable? Will investigations lead to transparent trial or fade into silence? And will justice be pursued consistently regardless of political history? As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. The rearrest of a former Attorney General from Kuje prison has pushed Nigeria's accountability debate back to the center of national discourse. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Light Up Media News, where fact leads and truth shines.